And millions of Floridians are under a state of emergency this morning as Hurricane Milton sets its sights on the west coast. Hurricane Milton formed over the weekend, strengthened into a Category 2 hurricane right now. The storm is projected to make landfall as a major hurricane on the west coast. A state of emergency has been issued for 51 Florida counties, including all of our local counties who are in the projected path of the storm.
This morning, we have live team coverage on Hurricane Milton. Danielle DeRoss is at the live desk with the preparations now underway as Florida braces for a direct hit. But first, let's get over to meteorologist Jen Collins. Jen, you got an update about an hour ago with the storm's latest track. What are we seeing?
Yeah, it has strengthened overnight. Now a Category 2 hurricane with maximum winds of 100 miles per hour associated with Milton. You can see certainly organizing the eye there, located just to the west of the Yucatan Peninsula. It is starting to make its east movement at this time. We'll take a slight dip towards the Yucatan. We're to bring hurricane conditions through the day today and tomorrow there, but then approach the state of Florida, heading into later on Wednesday and into early Thursday, likely as a major Category 3 hurricane. Now it is expected to strengthen into a Category 4, but some upper level influence will have its fair share in Milton, and that will likely keep it from maintaining that Category 4 strength. Though we're still expecting a major hurricane to make landfall along the west side of the state. Hurricane watches are in effect for the Tampa Bay area, south into the southwest coast of Florida. Tropical storm watches are already in effect for portions of the Florida Keys. This is where the greatest storm surge threat is, along the west side of the state. Notice we're over here, not expecting storm surge. We will, though, see impacts in the way of heavy rainfall, wind, as well as a few tropical tornadoes through Wednesday and into Thursday. Notice the landfall variation. Quite a big range here. That's why there's still some uncertainty in the eventual track of Milton.
Thanks, Jen. Okay, parents, there is still school today across all of our counties, but the Okeechobee County School District has announced they will be closing from Tuesday through Thursday in anticipation of Milton. As of right now, no decision has been made on closures yet for Palm Beach, Martin, and St. Lucie County schools. Indian River County school officials say they will announce a decision on school closures by 2 p.m. today. As for colleges and universities, UCF is canceling classes from Tuesday to Thursday. Campus will be closed at USF on Tuesday and Wednesday. FSU is shutting down its Sarasota locations today through Thursday. There are currently no operation changes at UF or FAU, and no word yet on any closures at Palm Beach State. And as Hurricane Milton is expected to bring major impacts to the West Coast, millions of Floridians are still dealing with the effects of Hurricane Helene. The Category 4 storm made landfall just over a week ago in the Big Bend region, and now residents there are left scrambling to clean up before another storm hits. Let's get right back over to our Danielle DeRoss at the live desk with more on how the rest of the state is preparing for Milton. Danielle.
Well, Matt and Sam, over the weekend we saw long lines to fill up gas tanks and sandbags, especially in the Tampa Bay region. We can show you video from Pinellas Park yesterday. This is one of the areas where this hurricane is expected to bring some dangerous conditions, including flooding, starting on Wednesday. A big concern on the Gulf Coast right now is the remaining debris from Hurricane Helene that hit just a few days ago. What you're looking at right now is video out of Anna Maria Island over the weekend, and you can see many piles of debris still lining the streets. If it stays out, that's going to be a serious hazard, and that is why Governor DeSantis is directing state crews to work around the clock, assisting in debris removal. He has also called back the National Guard and other state resources that were sent to North Carolina and Tennessee, helping those areas recover from Hurricane Helene. A lot of the concern right now is focused on the Tampa Bay area, and we can show you why. The city of Tampa is sharing a map that shows what storm surge levels could do to this region. And as you can see right here, if the flooding ends up happening like this, entire neighborhoods could be underwater, rivers could overflow, and that is why state officials say evacuation orders are so important to follow.
I urge Floridians to finalize your storm preparations now, enact your plan. I highly encourage you to evacuate. We are preparing, and I have the State Emergency Response Team preparing for the largest evacuation that we have seen, most likely since 2017 Hurricane Irma.
With Hurricane Helene, we plucked 200 people out of the water. With this storm Milton and the storm surge we're going to get, the debris that we still have outstanding laying on the sides of the roads are going to cause issues. Fire rescue, sheriff's office, and first responders might not be able to navigate roads to come rescue you.
You just heard their officials in Pasco County explaining why it's important to evacuate there. Their order goes into effect at 10 a.m. You see Pasco County on this map right here of the 3 counties in orange here that have mandatory evacuation orders at this time. Note, you won't see any of these evacuation orders for our area. This is the Tampa Bay area. So we have Manatee County and Pinellas County also ordering evacuation orders. This one out of Pinellas County could apply to more than 500,000 people.